Yehovah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Revelation chapter 4. After these things I looked, and there before me was a door standing open in heaven. And the voice like a trumpet, which I heard speaking with me before, said, Come up here, and I'll show you what must happen after these things. Instantly I was in the Spirit. And there before me in heaven stood a throne, and on the throne someone was sitting. The one sitting there gleamed like diamonds and rubies, and a rainbow shining like emerald encircled the throne. Surrounding the throne were 24 other thrones, and on the throne sat 24 elders dressed in white clothing and wearing gold crowns on their heads. From the throne came forth lightning, voices, and thunderings. And before the throne were 7 flaming torches, which are the sevenfold Spirit of God. In front of the throne was what looked like a sea of glass, clear as crystal. In the center, around the throne, were 4 living beings covered with eyes in front and behind. The first living being was like a lion. The second living being was like an ox. The third living being had a face that looked like a human. And the fourth living being was like a flying eagle. Each of the 4 living beings had 6 wings and was covered with eyes inside and out. Day and night, they never stopped saying, Holy, holy, holy is Yehovah, God of heaven's armies, the one who was, who is, and who is coming. And whenever the living beings gave glory, honor, and thanks to the one sitting on the throne, to the one who lives forever and ever, the 24 elders fall down before one sitting on the throne, who lives forever and ever, and worship him. They throw their crowns in front of the throne and say, You are worthy, Yehovah, Eloheinu, to have glory, honor, and power, because you created all things. Yes, because of your will, they were created and came into being. John pulls a lot from the Tanakh on this one. First, a lion. Second, an ox. Third, had a face that looked like a human. And the fourth, eagle. That comes from Ezekiel 1, 5 through 10. Ezekiel 1, 5 through 10. Let's turn there and read that one. Ezekiel 1, 5 through 10. After Isaiah there, Jeremiah and Ezekiel. 1, 5 through 10. Inside there appeared to be 4 living creatures that looked like human beings, but each one had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, with feet like calves' hooves. They glittered like burnished bronze. Beneath their wings they had human hands on their 4 sides. The 4 of them had faces and wings as follows. They touched one another with their wings. They did not turn when they moved, but each one moved straight forward. As for the appearance of their faces, they had human faces in front. Each of the 4 had a lion's face on the right. Each of the 4 had a bull's face on the left, and each of the 4 had an eagle's face towards the rear. Interesting. Next, each had 6 wings. That comes from Isaiah 6, 2. Isaiah 6, 2. seraphim stood over him, each with 6 wings, 2 for covering his face, 2 for covering his feet, and 2 for flying. Wow. Holy, holy, holy is Jehovah, God of heaven's armies. That comes from Isaiah 6:3. More holy than the holiest, they were crying out to each other. More holy than the holiest holiness is Jehovah Svaot. The whole earth is filled with his glory. As well as Amos 3:13. Amos 3:13. It's a small one. Amos 3:13. Therefore, here is what Jehovah Elohim says. An enemy will surround the land. He will strip you of your strength and plunder your palaces. Also 4:13. Him who forms mountains and creates wind, who declares to humankind his thoughts, who turns the morning to darkness and strides on the heights of the earth. Jehovah Eloheinu Svaot is his name. Amen. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Revelation chapter 4? We can learn a lot of wisdom of things to come. We can learn to fear the one sitting on the throne in heaven. We can trust what John saw is true. Trust that Jehovah is in full control eternally and sits on a throne in heaven. On the throne, a rainbow like the northern lights encircled the throne. Trust that surrounding the one throne are 24 other thrones where elders sit. Trust there are 7 flaming torches, which are the sevenfold Spirit of Jehovah. Trust that in the center around the throne are 4 living beings. One looks like a lion. The second looks like an ox. And the third looks like a human, and the fourth like an eagle. Know that these 4 beings never stop saying, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. That is holy, which is set apart. He is the Jehovah, God of heaven's armies, the one who was, who is, and who is coming. When the living beings they give glory, honor, and thanks, the ones sitting on the thrones, the ones sitting on the throne say, the one sitting on the throne, the one living forever and ever. All 24 elders fall down and worship the one sitting on the throne, throw their crowns in front of the throne, and say, You are worthy, Jehovah, Eloheinu, to have glory, honor, and power, because you created all things. Yes, because of your will, they were created and came into being. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to give glory, honor, and thanks to Jehovah, the one sitting on the throne. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. And how can we bear one another's burdens? We can fall down and worship the one sitting on the throne, saying, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. End with Arianic blessing. Jehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Jehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Jehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Amen.